I made this guitar out of epoxy a few months ago, and I think all things considered it turned out pretty good, but I wasn't too stoked on the colors and the overall finish of the guitar, so I'm going to make another with the same mold but this time completely clear. For this video I'm not going to go into details much, so if there's any confusion just check back on the previous epoxy guitar video because I explain the project in more detail and I go through the entire process of making the mold and the guitar. I know it's been a while since I last posted. I've been working on a few other projects that have been pretty complicated, totally different than anything I've tried yet, and I think they'll make for some interesting videos, but they're just taking a bit more time than usual. This silicone mold I made in the previous epoxy guitar video, and it's just a silicone base which is really flexible. There are 2 pour spots for the epoxy to go in and also for the air to release, and when I'm ready I'll just sandwich these 2 halves together and start pouring. One thing I wanted to mention is that I picked up a little vacuum chamber so that I can run the resin through before pouring it. And that's just going to get all the micro air bubbles out just to ensure that it's as clear as possible and air free. just finished leveling and recrowning the frets, and I think this is the best neck I've probably made yet. As I've gotten more comfortable with carving, I've finally got the shape and thickness where I prefer it in terms of playability, and the grain on this wood is pretty sweet as well, so I like how it turned out. I really like the way this guitar came out. I think it looks better than the colored one. It's just more uniform, and the epoxy on this one is super clear. Not really a bubble that I can see inside of it. There are a few pore lines from the epoxy since I poured the entire thing in 3 separate pours, each about a day after the other. But they aren't really that noticeable, so it's not a big deal, and there's really no way around that. Other than that, I've got a different set of pickups in this one than the previous epoxy guitar, but they're still P90s, so the sound is pretty similar. But I'll let you guys hear it for yourself in a second. As I said at the beginning of the video, I'm working on a few other projects right now that are a bit more challenging than my usual builds, but I'll get back on them starting tomorrow, and hopefully those videos will be out soon. I'm gonna go ahead and play a demo right now. As always, you guys can follow my work on Instagram at BrillsArt.